Well, hello. Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
How quickly can you solve one?
Not very.
Well, check this out. Look, all mixed up. Done it. Oh, amazing. Look, that's completely solved.
Wait, hang on. What? Did you do it?
I just solved it.
You just did that. You just turned that one, though, didn't you? I never had one as a kid.
Why not?
I don't know.
I thought you were Mr. Pop Culture.
No, I'm not. I'm more like Master Pop Culture. Mr. Pop Culture's my daddy. And Mrs. Pop Culture's my mummy.
You should be called Mr. the Pop Culture. Missed the Pop Culture.
Yes.
As you missed out on all the pop culture apart from Ghostbusters.
This intro's not working for me. Right, here we go. We're doing Rubik's Cubes this week. Why?
It's got to do something.
Yeah, we have.
Sure, Sir Isaac Newton unraveled the mysteries of gravity. But could he have unraveled the mysteries of Rubik's Cube? 3 weeks ago, Judge Smith retired to her chambers with Exhibit A, Rubik's Cube. She hasn't been seen since. Warning, once you get your hands on Rubik's Cube, you may never be able to put it down. Rubik's Cube, over 3 billion combinations, but just one solution from Ideal.
So here's the thing. Never had a Rubik's Cube, but the first thing I did that was a Rubik's brand was the Rubik's clock, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Yes, that was the one with the dials.
Yeah.
Because he did a few. You still got silly string in your hair from a previous filming session.
Or...
Oh, pick it out.
Where?
I thought I got it.
It's just all over the place. If I start picking at it, it's going to turn this video into Gorillas in the Mist, so let's just stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Because that does nicely lead me to my first Rubik's Cube memory.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Because I had a teacher called Mrs. Brooks.
Right.
And I once wrote an story about what I did over the school summer holidays. That was about the zoo, and I wrote in there, I lied, I didn't see this, but I talked about seeing the gorillas eating fleas off each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And she quoted it back to the class, and I was very proud. She said, oh, I like whoever it was that wrote the story about the monkeys picking bugs
fleas
off each other. Anyway, however, also while in her class, on the last day of term, we were allowed to bring in toys and records, and someone brought in the Baron Knight single, Mr. Rubik.
I didn't know they did one. God, I hate the Baron Knights.
And everyone started singing Mr. Pubic instead.
Mr. Rubik, Rubik, Rubik.
Is your cube from outer space?
Mr. Rubik, Rubik, Rubik.
He got 3 sides then, lost his place.
And Mrs. Brooks was oblivious. It was very funny.
What, to the concept of pubes? Like she'd never heard of pubes before. Oh, no, Mr. Pubic, he sounds Polish.
Well, she was, I think. She had a funny accent.
Yeah?
Yeah. We also had a boy in our class called Robert, who was from Seattle.
Have you noticed that this channel's becoming more like his autobiography, where he just goes through like, oh, this used to be my playground. It's all this.
People used to make fun of Robert because he wore girl socks, and also when they did the register, and she'd go, Robert, and he'd go, get me a book. Get me a book. Even though he didn't talk funny in any other time. No. Anyway,
just in that
Rubik's Cube.
And then he went on to be the inventor of Deliveroo, so he wins.
I was pen pals with him for a while.
What, the guy who invented Deliveroo?
No, you get me books.
Oh, Robert.
Keop. So, Rubik's Cube. What do you know about it? Who invented it?
I know the guy was Hungarian, and that's about it. And it was like mid to late 70s when it was invented.
No.
But that's about it.
No.
What?
No.
What? It's Hungarian.
Erno Rubik was the guy.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it's a good joke, isn't it?
I wouldn't go as far as calling it a
It's
good joke.
Erno
It was
Rubik.
a reasonably good pun.
Do you know why he invented it?
I don't know why.
Because he was a professor, and he wanted to of archaeology. Not archaeology. What's the other thing that begins with architecture.
Architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wanted to teach his students about 3D design. So he invented 3D objects, right? So he invented a wooden version of what became the Rubik's Cube and challenged his students to solve it. He couldn't do it. It took him months to actually solve.
It's one of those weird things because, like, now obviously with years and years of hindsight, they know that to solve a Rubik's Cube, there are very specific movements you must make, like twist and then turn and then turn and then twist, and it's like if you know that, then that's the Rosetta Stone.
Himself. That's what I don't get.
Well, that's because he didn't have to. Fundamentally, when you build the thing, the toy is the toy, in terms of here's all the sides. I'm going to mix it up. You try and put them back. In terms of as an invention, yeah, it makes sense. He didn't know there was a Rosetta Stone code to fixing it, because he just had to come up with the mechanics of it. Think of it as this way. It's like when people do really fast laps on Mario Kart. Like the designers of Mario Kart didn't know you could do those cheats, but then people find it. And
they knew how to play it, though.
Yeah, but so did he. He knew how to play it. He just didn't know what the magic code was.
Ah.
But it's good. I love the tactile nature of a Rubik's Cube.
Yes, it's an icon of the 80s, and this isn't an actual original one. This is one of the cheap knockoffs, but it's a speed cube, which means it's very loose. So people can do it really fast. I was surprised recently because I decided I was going to try and solve one for the first time in my life, because I just used to do the classic thing, get a knife in there and break it apart and then put it back together. I've done it. I never did that because then the stickers would never go back on properly and they'd build bumpy. But I did used to get a knife in.
Pop it off.
And I was surprised by actually how relatively simple it is to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
At the same time, I did start, and then I thought, I can't be bothered with this, and I stopped.
There you go. That's a metaphor for your life in general, probably, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of effort and you check out. If it doesn't come easily, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Wait, did you solve it?
No, I couldn't be bothered.
Oh, you never...
I looked at the thing, and I watched the whole video, it was interesting seeing how they did it with a relatively small number of moves from basically any combination. It's the same principle no matter.
So when did it go from 3D concept proof to like toy? When did it go?
He painted it in 1975 as the Magic Cube.
Oh, it is magic.
Yeah. And it started being sold in Hungarian toy shops in 1977, the year Star Wars came out.
Oh, connection? No.
Got my notes to see. Look.
Funny how it's a 70s thing fundamentally, but it's more well known as an 80s icon.
3, 2, 1, go! 25 years of age, he's a student. He lives in Krainem, near to Brussels. His main hobby is the study of electronics, and his best official time for solving the cube is 14 seconds, which is the third time here. Although in private he has recorded even a faster time. He has also managed to solve 100 cubes in 54 minutes during one continuous attempt, which achieved national publicity for this likable cubist. 8 now. It's down. 32.92 seconds.
What is interesting is that there was another guy who in 1972 invented a very similar puzzle, but it was only a 2x2 one.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
Which you can now get.
Rubik's do all.
They do them all. They do big uns.
Yeah, big uns, small uns.
But it was Rubik.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a court battle over the other guy's one, which was held together with magnets apparently.
They still make those ones now. I've seen ones that do exist with magnets and stuff like that, and exist on a anyway.
But the U.S. District Court ruled that Rubik's Cube infringed on the patent that the other guy had done with his 2x2 magnet cube in 1985. This was
right,
but that was later overruled and said that it would only apply to 2x2 cubes. So there is some evidence that Erno Rubik
nicked the idea. So what? He went to the patent office and saw that and went, "Oh, I'll just do it with 3x3."
Yes,
that's still probably involves a lot more.
No.
No, not likely.
Such a good joke, isn't it?
Rude.
I'm gonna keep it up.
Yeah, and you see now that people can just go, and do it. Oh, have you seen the guys who go and they're juggling and juggling and solving at the same time? You think, I bet you're lonely.
Yeah,
you don't have friends.
Yeah,
but at least you can do this on the TV show. You bet.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've got going for.
World record thing. I don't know. I like the feel of it more than actually.
I like the feel
with
and
it.
I like the look. So 1979, Ideal started selling it as the Rubik's Cube, and it became a massive worldwide hit.
Finally tonight, it takes nerves of steel and the brains of Einstein to juggle and solve a Rubik's Cube. Brett Wengler brought his talents of juggling and puzzle solving to Auntie's bookstore in downtown Spokane tonight. His challenge, become the first person to juggle and solve a Rubik's Cube at the same time. The room fell silent as he began. The tension grew, and Wengler struggled to keep the balls in the air and the cube twisting, and then... Can you do that?
Are you kidding me?
How many did they sell, do you know? I mean,
yes,
I can imagine in the, 40 years it's been out, it's...
I can tell you, I
Yeah.
think I might have got a typo here.
Right.
If you want to have a look at what I've written, you can read that out.
No, yeah, it's a lot more than 200 cubes. I think they sold a bit more than 200.
In the first 3 years.
Yeah, no, it's probably more like 200,000.
Yeah. So
Probably.
there was a whole spin-off industry of books. Do you remember those?
Books?
Books on how to solve it. The first one, first one and the biggest was written by a 13-year-old.
Bloody hell.
He did it for his mates, and his dad was a publisher and said, you know what, I can make some money.
I bet he bloody
And
did
he
as well.
He did.
Fair play.
Yeah.
What can you fill a book with, though, I guess, in terms of...
Different kind of... Well, the video I watched was about 15 minutes long, so you just,
So it's more like
do
a
that
pamphlet kind of thing than a...
Oh, I remember people having it. I remember the cover really clearly. People at school had it.
It's like a kind of it's like that on the cover, but with like lights behind it or something, wasn't it? And like...
It was I think it had a little nerdy boy looking at it going, oh.
How do I solve it?
I'm 13 years old.
So Rubik has made his whole career off reselling the cube, basically, hasn't he? Because ever since the release of this, they went, "What's your next big idea?"
Well, he had that, the Rubik's snake. Do you remember this?
I mean, I don't remember there being a Rubik's one, but I do remember the snake.
It was Rubik. That was a Rubik invention.
That's not though, is it?
It's not an original, but
No, but that's...
he invented it.
Did he?
Yes, Rubik's snake. Look, I didn't buy this for no reason. I bought it because it's part of the whole Rubik's universe, for pity's sake.
The Rubik's expanded universe.
Yes, this is canon.
So how long after this did he come out with that?
Well, I can tell you.
Good, please do, because that's my question. See, this doesn't have much of a puzzle, though, does it? It's more like just a fiddly doodle thing, isn't it?
I haven't written it down, Paul.
Why haven't you written it down? Can't you just put it on the screen here and I can look at it and go, oh, that's good?
Wait a minute, I thought I wrote it down.
Well, you didn't, did you?
No, I did.
So you haven't done the
No,
time.
I found it.
All right, good.
I didn't write the date.
Right.
But I have a quote from Erno Rubik about it,
About
which
the snake?
proves that he wrote it. He says the snake is not a problem to be solved.
Yeah.
It offers infinite possibilities of combination. It is a tool to test out ideas of shape in space. Speaking theoretically, the number of the snake's combinations is limited, but speaking practically, that number is limitless, and a lifetime is not sufficient to realise all of its possibilities.
Let's see if I can put that to practice. And we're off. I
used to...
Two.
Okay. I used to have a
Three.
bit more success with the snake. I could do the crucifix and the ball
5,
and the playing
6.
card.
7, 8.
Yeah, that's,
Rubik's
We'll take your word for
was
it.
released in 1981.
there you go.
81. Blimey.
Yeah.
And I imagine it probably had the same colours as the Rubik's Cube.
No,
What?
black and white.
Really?
Yes.
I would have capitalised on the colours.
Well, they didn't. But then you look at the other. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's not an original, is it? What? Well, okay.
If Wikipedia told you to jump off a cliff, would you? I would.
You know, the inventor of Wikipedia, he tweeted me yesterday.
What to say? Give me back my facts.
No, about Scampy Fries.
Oh, what about the whole
Oh, yes,
Scampy
it wasn't
cheese
yesterday,
moments
it was
thing?
a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
what did he
about
say?
that?
What did he say?
He loves Scampy Fries, and he tweeted a photo of him with loads of Scampy Fries.
What a
How
boring
surreal is that? Jimmy Wales. I think that's his name.
That's not his real name. Jimmy Wales.
Yeah,
That's made up.
I think it is his name.
It's James Whale, the radio presenter you're thinking of.
Do you want to know what else they did?
Yes.
Rubik's. Don't argue with me about them not being Rubik's products.
I'm not saying they're not Rubik. Oh no, hang on. This is a Rubik's product.
Right, thank you.
It says actually on the tip there, you
Oh,
can
it's
see
an official
Rubik's.
one then. It's a mini one. The originals were actually slightly larger than
Like a bit thicker and bigger. Yeah. A bit more of a thick snake to play with.
that. With infinite possibilities.
Infinite possibilities.
So there was the first larger cube he did was a 5x5 one. However, there have now been cubes because, of course, everyone got in on this. Especially when they found out that, depending on how many sides you add, you can get sued. If you have more sides or different number of sides to other people.
It's those small little differences, isn't it?
There have even been cubes that are 33 by 33 by 33.
Jesus wept. So 33 cost 30.
Yeah. How do they even come up with the internal workings of that?
Well, this is what's nice about the Rubik's Cube, is that fundamentally it's a very simple concept. It's a cube made of cubes that you have to line up, but it's become art installations. Like, I've seen people do these and then make pixel art.
There's a movement called Rubik's Cubism. That's not even a joke.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all. I like that. I like the people who use it to make art. I like the people who use it to make other structures.
To make dinner.
Rubik's dinner. Unfold it and then
Do you reckon he was like Batman and everything that he owned, he called it Rubik's something?
Yeah.
So, like he'd say to his wife, "Dear, it is time for Rubik's dinner."
Yes.
Rubik's naughties night.
Come on, I want Rubik's anal. I'm Rubiquitous when it comes to that.
Other ones they've done. Well, they've done a whole load of similar things were licensed, so you could get a Rubik's Darth Maul that was.
Yeah, I've seen all that stuff. Yeah.
They've done pyramids.
Okay.
There was Rubik's Triamid, which came out in 1991. Basically, Erno Rubik ceased to have. Yeah, I think he was involved with the clock, and he was involved with Rubik's Magic.
But that was the folding.
Yes.
Like linking rings thing. I had one of those. It's weird. I had one of those in a clock, but I never had a cube.
Oh.
But I like again tactile. I like the play. I like the fact that it had those wires.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
That's very tactile. You can fiddle with that for hours.
Yeah. Rubik's Void, which had no centre blocks. They did Rubik's Perplexus, which was like a 3D maze inside a clear cube.
Oh wow!
Well, you had to, I think, get a ball through it,
turn it round and stuff. Oh, I want one of them.
Rubik's Tilt, which was an LCD handheld version. Another one called Rubik's Spark. Is that what that is?
No, that's the Rubik's Revo. We'll come to that in a bit, I think.
We'll come to that in a bit.
Because I've checked online, and there were one or two Rubik's board games.
Yes, there've been a few of those.
One of which I've got down there, which we'll show in a bit.
Have a look in a bit. Rubik's Void. No, Void, I've done that. Rubik's Touch Cube, which was for visually impaired people. Rubik's Infinity and Rubik's Race. Is that what have you got? Rubik's Race you got down there? We'll look at that in a minute.
Yeah.
There was even the version for the Atari VCS, video game content.
Oh, there was a Rubik's game?
Yeah. It was originally I believe that it didn't have a license and it got pulled from the market or something, and then Atari slapped the Rubik's license on it and re-released it. It was like an unofficial thing.
So all you had to do was basically just go left and right, and it would just move the squares. I'd imagine it's just a simple kind of slide puzzle. Interesting. It
was an animated TV series called Rubik the Amazing Cube.
That was that interesting time of the 80s, the early 80s, where it was like, because of, I believe, I can't remember the exact date, but Reagan came in and went, who gives a toss? You can basically turn cartoons into adverts and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Which is why, all of a sudden, brands and cartoons were symbiotic. Yeah. Transformers and stuff like that. So in the early 80s, it was like, there was Pac-Man, wasn't there? There was Rubik Cube cartoon. There was bloody...
Didn't last long.
There's loads. It's like loads. Frogger was a cartoon series as well for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but all of those have characters. I mean...
But Rubik isn't...
but they made the cube a character, and he would constantly get kind of muddled up by being dropped or whatever.
It's what I like to call, like, the new shmoo logic. Or the Scrappy-Doo kind of thing, where it's like the extent of our imagination goes to cute-voiced small thing that gets into wacky adventures. What, you look confused?
No, I think you're right.
On a mysterious night, Rubik Cube appeared, bringing happiness. Rubik Cube has changed everything in our lives. He's colorful, magical, lovable. Rubik is our friend. Rubik, the amazing cube.
Hello, my name is Rubik.
Well, they were shopping around a Rubik's Cube movie a few years ago. You know, when there was that whole time when Battleships film came out, and
Hasbro wanted to make a
thing.
Yeah.
how do you even do that? Short of doing the story of its creation, which is probably not that interesting, to be honest. How do you do that? I mean, it's going to be like a cube from space, isn't it? Or something like that has like the secret of the universe.
Or it'll be Jumanji. It'll be like, like the cube from Hellraiser, where it's like you unleash it and like a Cenobite comes out. Yeah. I'll tear your soul apart.
Or there'll be a scene of like every now and then it'll turn by itself like that.
Yeah, like
and you know that when it's solved, it's going to be like the end of the universe or something.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. And you've got to solve it in time. Because Rubik...
Don't fight it back. No, don't turn.
No, and then Rubik is the bad guy.
No.
No. Because that sounds like a Bond villain now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Erno Rubik, I see your world domination plans have come to naught. Fuck off, Bond. That's basically what it comes down to.
So, do you want to talk to me about what you've bought? We talked about the standard
because
stuff.
as you say, there are tons of bloody Rubik's stuff now. It's almost incalculable.
Yes,
I saw keychains.
Yes,
there's a company in America.
I did have a Rubik's keychain.
Official one.
I think it might have been. Yeah,
because there's a company in America that make tiny versions of like 80s retro stuff, so you can get a tiny little frustration game and a tiny little operation and all these kinds of things. So there's that, but. Let's start with this, because I haven't really opened this, but I got this in a charity shop a few days ago.
We're not going to play it, are we?
No. Rubik's Race, the ultimate face-to-face game, a fast-paced game for 2 players. So I think the gist is...
It looks like a sliding block puzzle.
Yeah, I think it literally is. You get a little...
Oh, that's nice.
Boggles type thing.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. And then you get a grid. It's a bit like... I can imagine it's a bit like Battleships.
Yeah, so you got to do it faster than the other person.
So I don't quite understand why there's a hole in it.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because you...
Woo! Let me out of the dark place.
Why do you hate that, Sanya?
Disgusting.
I don't understand quite why there's a thing. But look, you get all these little tiles that go in.
At least they've kept the classic
colour scheme.
Look.
So I think the idea is...
Oh, www.rubiks.com. It's written on it.
Oh, yeah. No, that doesn't...
What a piece of crap.
I think
I
think the idea is like you set out the squares on each grid.
Yeah.
In a preset form.
Like... probably... No, it's probably what's stuck on here.
No. I'm saying you have to start with a starting point.
Oh.
And then you shake that up, and then that's what you have to get to. And I'm not quite sure, but like you move all the bits around, don't you? And the first person to match
it's not. It's what I just said.
What?
You do that.
Yeah.
You do that and you shake it, and then you have to whatever it's gone in. Then you have to actually pattern, and then you've got to move things to make it into a.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is that you both have to start off with the same space, don't you? Otherwise, one person could just by fortune have a very similar style to that. And also, there's only 6 in there, and this is a grid of what?
1,000,000.
10 by 10.
No, that's your central pattern.
Yeah. So I don't understand what that bit's for, other than to spy on your window. And you move all your little grids around, and you go, oh, I'm going to do it. And I guess you just got to slide it until someone matches this first and wins. And I guess the middle... Is it the middle 6? Yeah, the middle 6 is your winnings. Is your winning grid. I haven't played this yet. I should have.
Yeah, tell us about that. What's this? What's this thing?
That is a Rubik's Revo.
Press blue to play light speed. Oh, it's flashing.
Yeah, so they're all...
Oh, it's flashing.
They're all...
Well, that should come with a trigger warning for people who suffer from epilepsy.
So I think it's basically a Simon Says game. A Simon.
Oh.
So if you press... I don't know, what did it say to play first?
Blue.
Blue. So this is just a reaction one. Red. White. Yellow. Orange.
Well,
green. Orange.
What's interesting about that is that the cube and the colours is just cosmetic, isn't it? It's trying to just look like part of the family. It's white. It's white.
Oh, I didn't see it. Orange. How quick?
What, you just keep going as long as you possibly can?
Yeah.
What a nightmare. What if you never mess up? You'll be stuck doing it forever.
I was. My girlfriend had to tear this away from me so we could make dinner last night. Where is it? White. Orange. White.
Okay, can you stop now,
Orange.
please? Paul,
White.
Paul, stop!
It's getting faster. Don't you stop this! Don't you dare take this all. Right.
You got 20 correct.
Ah, 20 correct.
I mean, I want to do it, but I'm...
Go on.
There's people watching.
So, there's memory games where you have to remember a pattern. No, you have to press blue first to start that game off. Ah, you crap. You got...
I hate that. I hate it.
Why? It's good, this, isn't it? But you're right. It's basically all they've done is gone, can we slap Rubik's logo on this, please? And they went, how much? Couple of £1 billion. All right, you do it. And then they did it, and that's that. So that's popular.
Don't like it.
You don't like that one. Do you like this? Do you like that?
No.
No. Do you like this?
Yes. waggle your tongue and watch what Sanya does.
No.
You watch it.
I'm not looking.
Look. So to end on,
Yes.
I thought we'd do a magic show because for whatever
Really?
bloody reason, Rubik's Cube have gotten together with Marvin's Magic, which is a popular magic thing for kids.
The box is nice. It's got the cube pattern.
I love the box to this. It's a very nice little thing. And fundamentally, these are very, very, very familiar magic tricks that have been given the Rubik's brand. And I think it's time. I can't do magic without him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Bruce Forsyth's Magic Face.
Well, it's a good game. It's time for the magic show. It's a little boy, the Paul Gannon. It's a lovely time to be here doing...
How's life been for you, Brucey? We've not spoken in a while.
Well, I've been in lockdown, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's a lockdown.
Nice to see no one, to see no one. Nice. Yeah. What's on the Ford? Miss Ford. Something like that. So, the tricks in here aren't a great selection. For instance, most of the tricks like this.
What the hell?
What?
There's nothing in there.
There is. It's a book, and you go.
Oh, it's just the other side.
Yeah, I know, but that's how these tricks work. Isn't it? You go,
obvious.
oh look, it's white, and then you go.
You showed the camera.
Right,
So
look.
Neil, come and get a video of this.
No, it's just gold
Show.
happens. Ready? I don't think this is actually the way the book's meant. I don't think it's meant to be like this. I just think I've done this because I'm cool.
Oh.
Right, watch. Ready? Oh, blank pages. Wiggly, wiggly. But yet, oh no, now it's all real books. But it's just a bunch of bloody Magic Eye shit, innit?
What even is that?
It's a book of Magic Eye stuff, innit?
That's not Magic Eye.
No, it's not.
That's not what Magic Eyes look like. It's just loads of blank pages. What the hell is this?
There's probably a very good reason that I haven't.
Well,
Look,
that's
you can
it's
colour 'em in.
colouring.
It's good, isn't it?
I don't really understand.
You can go stairs and there's an Escher type thing. I think it's just look at magic illusions, eye illusions,
Does it not say anything?
eye illusions. It does, books. That just says you can
It's a
look.
book. It's a magic book.
It just says, oh look, look through the book and you'll find
Rubik's
classic.
amazing book surprises.
You'll find lovely triangle illusions that cannot exist in 3D space. So it's just a book that says, look at what we've done with the Rubik's
That's
Cube.
rubbish.
I'll tell you what, mate. Do you want to see proper magic then?
Oh, I'd like to see, and then I'll try and do the magic as well.
Right. Okay. Right. So
You've got to
Fir-
pull it up for the camera.
hang on, one trick at a time. So here
Well,
we
they
go.
can't see it if you
I'm
do
gonna
it down there.
shut up. Right, here we go. So I'm going to make a prediction, right? So what I want you to do is take this Rubik's Cube, right?
Yeah.
And I want you to pick a colour. So let's just say it's red.
I want to pick the colour.
Wait,
I want to pick the colour.
I know, but let's just say it's red. You put it face up in there and you put the lid on, right? And then give the box to me.
I can pick the colour.
Yeah, it's up to you. So whatever colour you want, you put it face up, all right?
I'm going to pick the colour.
You put it in.
I'm gonna
I'm
pick-
not going to turn my eyes.
Oh, I do it, do I?
Yeah, you put
So I
the
don't
lid on.
say it.
No.
I'm going to pick
So just whatever colour it is, make sure it's facing up and put the lid on.
I'm going to pick the colour of a horse.
Right, now pass the cube to
I
me.
haven't done it yet.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've done it.
Right, give it here. Right, now I'm going to use my special mental skills. Ah, God, to have a think about it. Here we go. I'm thinking, is it green?
Yeah.
Was it green you were thinking of?
Yes.
There we go. Da, 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 da. I did it by magic.
I want to-
Your go now. Shall I do it for you?
Yes.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. There you go. I've put the lid on. Now it's time for you to guess the colour.
I'm using my psychic powers. I'm a magic man. And the colour you've chosen is blue.
No, it was yellow.
Well, how do you do that?
Because I'm magic,
No,
innit?
just tell me.
No.
Tell me.
All right, first of all, here's the trick. So you put your white in, for example.
Yeah.
Put the lid on. You put it behind your back. Now, when it's behind your back, you do a naughty thing.
What?
You take the lid off and you put it on the side. So it looks like the box is still closed, but it's actually showing you the colour that's been chosen.
Yeah,
so then
but
you go,
then what?
oh, white. You chose white.
But then you took the lid off.
No, you didn't, because it looks like, if I'm holding it up to you, it looks like it's still a sealed box. You can't see the back, can you? You can't see the back.
Oh, I'm going to do it.
All right, so do it again.
Oh, my leg's gone to sleep.
Yes, those are bloody audience. Let's pick this up. Right, here we go. I put the box in.
It's psychic time.
Psychic time, ladies and gentlemen. Psychic time.
The colour you picked, is it green?
It is green. Hey, it's a simple magic trick.
That's how I did it.
Yeah,
Like that.
that's how the trick goes.
Da, da, da.
Right, next one. Oh, this is my favourite one. Because most of the
this
tricks
away.
are here. Most of the tricks are here are very kind of, you know, like behave. You know, you've got like this trick one. You got both. You got those
How does
sides.
this work?
You got this. I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what that is.
It's giving me anxiety.
Right. This is my favourite one. This is my magic box of impossible thoughts. So inside here is where magic tricks happen and dreams. For instance, I can take a unsolved cube, Rubik's Cube, and instantly solve it in the flick of a wrist. Right? Ready? So let's just take the lid. And then we're gonna put this in here like
Hold
that.
it.
Hang on. I'm gonna
Do
put
it for that camera.
Right, I'm going to put the cube in here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And then with a flick of the wrist, I'm going to solve the cube. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Edit that. Ready? Here we go. That'll work. Shut up. 3, 2, 1. There you go. They solved it. Like a magic trick. It's now solved. So that's that one. Dude's got a bit.
I've got a better trick. I've got a better trick.
I've got a better
I've got
trick.
a better trick I
Shut
can
up,
do with
I've
that.
got a better trick.
No, I've got to do a trick
No,
with
I've got
that.
a better trick. Shut up, here's my better trick. Ready? Ready? So now I've got a solved cube, but hey, I don't like it. There's only one cube. I want loads of cubes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And now there's all little cubes in there. Oh, it's magic. Absolutely magic. You don't know how it's done.
I've got another trick.
Go on.
Excuse me,
Yes?
would you like some salt on your dinner?
Or some pepper. It's salt. It's pepper.
It's the salt and the
It's
pepper.
a pepper. And that's the magic wand. Bish bash bosh. So there you go. You get some half decent magic tricks in that.
Sure, yeah.
It's all right, yeah.
I suppose that'll do, won't it?
I reckon that. You can get all sorts of Rubik's crap. You can get Rubik's salt shakers.
Yeah,
You can get Rubik's.
You actually can get
Yeah,
those.
no, you can't. You can get Rubik's back massager. You can
a car in the shape of a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, you can get a Rubik's shaped cake. You can get a Rubik's shape speculum.
You can get pubic hair.
Pubic. Rubik's pubic puzzle.
Mr. Pubic.
Mr. Pubic.
I met the Baronites once. Did you know that?
No.
They gave me a video recorder.
Why?
Yeah, good story, isn't it?
Why did they?
Ah,
Why
now
did the
you're
Baron
curious.
Knights give you a video recorder?
You're all like,
yeah, because the Baron Knights are awful.
they
Punnery sets of piss poor folky music.
they gave me a video recorder.
Why? To
not
shut
gonna
you
tell
up?
you. No, I'm not gonna
Because you
tell
saw their secrets.
I'm not going to tell you.
You saw
no,
how
you've been rude about the Baron Knights. I had 2 of their albums, and they gave me
Why?
I'm not going to tell you.
Did you
now.
have that one where they have all clown faces on the front?
I don't remember the covers.
Oh, the covers are terrible and the titles are terrible. It's like, oh, the only thing barren about them is their wit.
Their loins.
Their loins, yeah.
That'll do.
Well, no, I want to know about how you got a video recorder off the Barren
Why if I
Knights.
don't want to tell you?
Did you rob it? Was
They were
the
playing-
Barren Knights van open at the back and they had some equipment and you went, I'm having that, and you stole a Barren Knights video recorder?
They were playing my work Christmas do and I won the raffle.
They had a Barren Knights raffle and they were giving away VHSs.
Well, they weren't, but whoever my
So it's not a Barren Knights VH. They didn't give you it then. It's not theirs to give.
But they gave it to me.
No. Does it have Barren Knights branding on it? Like Barren Knights VHS?
No.
No, well then Ferguson Barren Knights VHS was not a thing that you have Biv.
They sang a funny song about my company director.
Oh.
Burgess, who's his name?
Burgess. And he is oh shit, with crap. I'm going to write with Burgess. Gurgis,
His full name was Burgess Darver. And it was clearly, they do these corporate gigs and it was obviously a section in the song where they just swap out whatever name.
No one drives you harder than Burgess Drama, whatever his name
Drama.
is. Drama.
Darver.
Well, you know what? On reflection, I do regret asking you the question about the Barren Knights. Are they still alive?
Yeah, I looked them up the other day.
Oh, God.
I looked them up last week, yeah.
They're like, oh, God, it's just like that and the Grumbleweeds are bollocks. I'm depressed now. Barren Knights makes me sad. Did they do a White Knights in White Satin pastiche?
They should have done.
Yeah.
What really makes me sad is that Roy Bremner song, 19, not out. Remember that?
No, was that about?
Was
Paul
it Roy
Hardcastle?
Bremner?
Was it Paul Hardcastle?
Yeah, he did a parody that was all because you know his main thing was doing cricket commentator voices.
Yeah, that was funny. How do we end this video? Because we've derailed it now with Barren Knights.
I'll end it with a cat coming on, and I'll green screen a cat in.
Can you put a cat in and maybe have it wearing a monocle?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
And I'm gonna have its face covered in pubic hair.
Rubik's pubic hair.
Pubic the cat. the new Digitiser character.
Pubic the cat.